Hi there, welcome to my channel. So I've had the PS5 for about 2 weeks now, and I wanted to do a little test today regarding this DualSense controller. This controller is currently my favorite design and comfort wise. It's a nicely built controller and I really enjoy how it feels. Of course, if Sony would just swallow their pride and swap that left analog stick and D-pad positions, this would be the most perfect controller. Anyway, with the PS4 and the DualShock 4 controller, those controllers come standard with Bluetooth, and how many times have I just said controller already throughout this video? Jeez. Sorry. But with the previous mention, the DualSense for the PS5 also has Bluetooth, so essentially this means that it should connect to mobile devices that have Bluetooth. So this video doesn't only cater to PS5 owners, but for those who are into mobile gaming and may want to use the DualSense as their main. So I'll be straightforward with everyone. This works flawlessly on Android devices, and for a quick answer to those iOS users, the DualSense controller does not work with iOS devices yet. So for those interested and want to see me attempt to pair this to an iPhone, forward to 3 minutes and 25 seconds and you can see that for yourself. So with that, let's get to pairing. My first piece of advice is to actually turn off your PS5 properly. So you get to the power options and click on turn off PS5. After doing that, unplug it so that when the PlayStation button is pressed, it doesn't turn back on again. And from that point, we can start to pair the DualSense with the smartphone, and I'm just going to be using an old Moto E5 Plus, so if it works on this outdated Android, it should definitely work on a newer Galaxy or Pixel, or whatever you own. Just like with any other Bluetooth device, you head over to your Bluetooth settings, and then we'll get that turned on, and we'll get it synced up from there. To get the DualSense controller into Bluetooth pairing mode, it's very similar to a DualShock 4. All you have to do is press the PS button and the create button. On the PS4, that's called the share button. You press those at the same time and wait until the lights start pulsing blue in a fairly quick pattern, and that's how you know it's in pairing mode. It should pop up as wireless controller, and if you're like me, you probably have a few paired to your phone already, so I'm gonna rename this one just for future reference. So click pair, and once it's paired, it should pop up on the very top because that is the most recently connected item or currently connected item. And what I'm going to do now is what I said earlier, just rename this to probably DualSense controller, and we'll move on from there. So here's a fun little tidbit. You can actually start to control your phone once it's paired. So it's not just designated for gaming. So as you can see, the PS button activates the little options button in the top right corner, and the D-pad is working as I scroll up and down. So with that, Call of Duty Mobile is up and running, and this is a good game to show controller compatibility because as soon as you have a controller paired to your phone, it uses that as the default way to play. And if you're familiar with COD on console, the buttons are pretty identical to everything you're familiar with on Xbox or PlayStation or wherever else you play. Don't mind my dog barking in the background, but there it is, using the PS5 DualSense to play COD Mobile on my Android device. It's that simple. So iOS devices, on the other hand, that is a complete disaster. I assumed that this would work. A DualShock 4 works on an iPhone or iPad, but why doesn't Apple support the DualSense? It's just another Bluetooth controller, am I right? And that's just so annoying. So at first, when I tried to sync these two devices up, I just waited and just hoped that it would work. But then I thought to myself, I haven't updated or downloaded the iOS 14.3 update yet, and I thought that this would remedy the situation, and I was wrong. So I went through the update process, and that took forever. I wanted to do it live, but it ended up taking half an hour, so I just spliced all of these shots together. So I'm currently on iOS 14.3 at this point, and I'm just going to try to press the PlayStation and create button again to get that into Bluetooth pairing mode and see if anything happens. And unfortunately, I'm just going to tell you all the future, nothing happens. So fingers crossed that Apple gets their act together and has a future update that lets us use the DualSense on iOS devices, because this just sucks. But with that, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this one, please feel free to check out these others. And if you really like spending time with me today, please consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new. I'll see you all soon. Stay safe out there. Bye.